So by now, most of you should know who Jynxzi is. We've mentioned him a couple times on the channel, and the thing we always highlight the most about him is how he managed to completely dominate the streaming space through the use of gaming, which is highly impressive for multiple reasons. But you see, Jynxzi didn't just dominate the streaming industry, he actually completely broke the space, because he learned something very important in his career before he ever even blew up, and that lesson is something that many creators never truly learn.
In the mathematical equation of you rappelling into the balcony, I actually timed it.
But what exactly is this lesson, and how did he use it to get to where he is today? Well, that's probably what you're here to find out. But first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 25,000 subscribers. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into the crazy career of Jynxzi. So, as many of you know by now, Jynxzi isn't just this new streamer that came out of nowhere. He's actually been around the industry for quite some time. He started his career off years ago, back in 2019, and when he started, he was playing a game called Rainbow Six Siege, which released over a decade ago back in 2015. And like most creators, for the first 2 years of his career, he didn't see much success at all, but by the time 2023 came around, he ended up becoming one of the biggest streamers in the world.
I like Fortnite!
And the crazy part about this whole thing is he did it during a time where gaming was completely dead or on the verge of dying out in the streaming industry. Obviously, you still had a few creators who've been around forever that were still gaming on Twitch, like Tim the Tatman, Ninja, Nick Mertz, all of those guys. But the biggest streamers in the world at the time never really gamed much at all. The only exception was if there was some type of viral popular game that everyone on Twitch was playing. That's really the only time you've seen some of these creators load up a video game. And because of that, we definitely weren't seeing any new creators blow up in gaming, because why would you watch this new kid sitting at a computer playing a game when there's all these people doing all of these crazy events on Twitch? It was a pretty valid take to have. It becomes even more valid when you realize someone was playing a 10-year-old game. Why would you want to watch anyone that played a game that was 10 years old? That was really the stigma at the time, but when Jynxzi came along, all of that started to change. And that's because not only was he entertaining, but because he started to build up a fan base that really came through and watched his streams just for him, and not because of whatever it was he was doing or whatever game he was playing at the time. Nowadays, a lot of creators blow up because they're clip farming, and they'll have a lot of clips go viral of them just doing ridiculous things, and that leads people to come over to their streams to watch them, and they only want to see that streamer do crazy things. That wasn't exactly Jynxzi's method. Sure, sometimes he took clips from his stream of him raging or something like that was funny and posted it to his social medias, which worked out well, but there was even moments where Jynxzi would film dedicated TikToks that had nothing to do with the game he was playing or really his streaming career at all, and that really highlighted himself and his personality outside of whatever he was doing on stream, and that's what led people to come over to his Twitch channel. So when you start gaining traction like this on social media, you can really spark a stream and do whatever it is you want to do, and people are going to watch. And all throughout Jynxzi's career, he's proved that to be true time and time again.
I'm on my way to fuck somebody's wife. Long dick style. Shout out Tyrone. Chad, this is actually Aura.
You see, after Jynxzi blew up, it completely revolutionized the Rainbow Six space, bringing a whole new player base and fans to that franchise. He decided to change up the content a little bit and switch to an entirely different game. And honestly, this game was even more ridiculous because not only was it nearly a decade old, but it was also a mobile game, and that game goes by the name of Clash Royale. Now, even though this game is pretty old, it's still one of the most popular mobile games ever. It has a decent player base and it's pretty competitive as well. But you really got to sit here and ask yourself, like, how many streamers do you know can spark a stream playing a 10-year-old mobile game and not see a fall off in their career or a decline in viewership? How many streamers can really do it? In my opinion, outside of Jynxzi, I think the list has to be very short. And the thing about him is he didn't just stream these games here or there for a short period of time throughout the stream or every other day or whatever the case was. He literally went live and streamed this game nearly every single day for an entire year.
Today is episode 1 of Level 1 Clash Royale. Now, I don't know how this is gonna go. Obviously, the goal is to get to 10,000 trophies
with level 1 Princess Towers. We are going to see if we can make Clash Royale players rage today.
He literally just became one of the only streamers that ever streamed for a consistent 365 days in a row, and during that span he's averaged tens of thousands of viewers between both YouTube and Twitch as he started multi-streaming on both platforms. And not to mention, most of the videos he's even uploaded to his YouTube channel throughout this time did basically 1 million views every time he dropped. So it's safe to say that he had a pretty successful year for someone who was going live every day playing a 10-year-old mobile game. And while most streamers always fail while doing this whole 365 day challenge, the reason why Jynxzi was able to pull it off was because he built up the core audience who's going to sit there and watch him play whatever game he loves to play. He doesn't have to sit there and think about the next viral stream idea. He doesn't have to think about the next viral clip or the next big collab he could get, whatever it is that all of these other streamers have to worry about throughout their day. Jynxzi really doesn't have to do that. All he does is go live and play whatever game he feels like playing for a couple hours, and then he gets off stream and enjoys the rest of his day. And that's something I know that a lot of streamers wish that they were able to do. But now we're in a new year and Jynxzi seems to be changing things up yet again, because it seems like he's now about to switch to another game full time, and that came after he recently stated in a new video that he didn't like the current state that Clash Royale was in, so he was going to be taking a break away from the game.
But today, I want to be talking about the current state of Clash Royale. Now, mind you, I want to say this off the rip. This might be potentially the last Clash Royale stream or video I ever do. Now, I have a lot of things I want to say. I'm going to just be playing and basically ranting. I have sort of a mental notepad of a bunch of faces I want to touch. But yeah, this is probably going to be my last video / stream playing Clash Royale unless something changes. If nothing changes, bro, you're not going to see me streaming Clash. You're not going to see me playing Clash. It definitely was not just me. It was me, Riley, Ken, Mo. I mean, so many creators that made the game better. Royale, I mean, the list goes on and on of how many people brought eyes to the game. So it's not just me. I don't even give a fuck that they didn't put my name in here. I expected them to not put my name in here. I didn't care either way because I've only shit on the game for the past fucking 2 months, 3 months since Heroes got implemented, which I'll do 1,000 times. I've only shit on the game and I said exactly what's gonna happen to the game. I don't care that they didn't bring up my name. I don't give a fuck. Where I draw the line in the sand is when they tried to take credit for the game's success. Read the lines. It's proof of what's possible when a talented team relentlessly focuses on making things better for players. What?
Now the question is, if Jynxzi is really done with Clash Royale, then what game is he going to be playing? What's his next year-long journey? Well, by now we know he wouldn't be Jynxzi if he didn't decide to pick up some random 10-year-old game that's highly competitive, and that game is no other than Rocket League. Now for those of you who are underestimating Rocket League because it looks like a children's game or whatever it is, trust me, that game is hard. I've been playing it for a very long time and I'm literally terrible. But on the other hand, so far Jynxzi's been doing pretty well in that lane, both viewership and skill wise. And even though that's going pretty good for him so far, that's also not stopping him from tapping back into his roots as well, because he's been playing a bit of R6 again too. So by now this should go without saying, but it's clear that Jynxzi developed the skills somewhere throughout his career where he just has the ability to turn any game he touches into gold. Even if the game released 10 years ago, 11 years ago, whatever it is, he can start streaming it and bring an entirely new fan base and player base to that game. We've seen it 3 times now. He even has so much influence in this space that we've seen him bring other big streamers to these games as well and highlight it in an even bigger space. And I feel like that's just a very important thing to be able to do in this day and age, because as I said, streaming is now dominated by IRLs and just degenerate content all over these platforms. And that's not to say that Jynxzi never tried doing that type of content as well, because he definitely did. We've seen him do the girl content, we've seen him do the IRLs, and truthfully none of that really worked out for him the way that maybe he had hoped. nope. All it really did was lead him to a bad spot in his career where he was having problems with all of these other creators. He was getting into drama. He was getting a bunch of hate online. It was just a bunch of negatives that really came from that entire thing, all of which could have very easily ruined his career.
So first thing,
bandages.
Yo, Ron, mute your mic. This is just me and Clicks right now. So, and then Lacey's promoted. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. No. You're gonna delete the tweet, and then you're gonna apologize, and then you'll get paid. If you don't do that, I'm just sending Ron 2.5K.
What if you send me the full 5? Can I? I want to go buy it.
Clicks, delete the tweet, then apologize, then you get paid. No, delete the tweet. That's the offer, bro.
Oh
Because
my
if it's a
God,
year and a half
no
old,
way. Clicks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm standing on business here. If I'm you, this
Clicks,
is in
stand
front
on
of.
business, because I'll just pay. I'll pay Ron, bro. You can stand on business, but Clicks, here's how you get paid, bro. You delete the tweet, Clicks.
Oh my God.
It's a troll tweet, so delete it. It's a troll tweet, so delete it.
Oh my God, no, Clicks, he's big broing you right now.
Clicks. Here's what you're gonna do. I want to see the 2.5 man.
Now, luckily, Jynxzi was fortunate enough to snap back into reality and realize that's not what got him here, and that was only leading to bad things in his career, which is also something a lot of creators don't really realize until it's too late. But for Jynxzi, he realized that that's not what his fans cared about. His fans didn't care to see him with girls or care to see him outside interacting with other streamers. They just wanted to see him at his computer raging, playing these competitive decade-old games, and that's exactly what he went back to doing, and look where he's at now. So for you upcoming creators who may stumble upon this video, just remember that if you feel like something that you love to do is dead or played out, in this instance it's gaming for Jynxzi, but for you it may be something different. Whatever it is, just do it. As long as you're entertaining and staying consistent, and most importantly being yourself, that'll allow you to build this strong core fan base. And once you have a support system like that, you can do anything you want to do in life, which is the skill or lesson or whatever you want to call it that Jynxzi was very fortunate to learn early in his career. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that matters to me is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me know, what do you think about this entire situation? Do you watch Jynxzi's content? Have you watched him play any of these old competitive games? Maybe you even stopped watching them. Just let me know something down below. And while you're at it, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me on my journey to 25K. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, be sure to give me a thumbs down. You guys know any feedback is good feedback to me. And as always, I appreciate all of the love and support. And I'll catch you boys and girls in the next banger, man.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.